The envelope slid across the table without a sound. Cream-colored, thick paper, my name handwritten in a polite, unfamiliar hand. I watched it move toward me as if time had slowed to punish me personally. My wife didn't look at me. She studied her plate. Her fork trembled once, then stilled. Her father cleared his throat, a ceremonial sound, the kind men make before they've justified cruelty. "This is just a formality," he said. I didn't touch the envelope. I didn't need to. I already knew what was inside. Cash, a severance disguised as charity, an exit fee from a life they had already decided I no longer deserved. In my head, something cold adjusted its posture. I smiled. Because this wasn't humiliation, it was confirmation. I had lived simply on purpose. One car, old watch, no assistant, no noise. I let my wife believe I was content with less because she loved the version of me that didn't threaten her world, or her father's. Her family measured worth in leverage and appearances. I was neither. At least, that's what they thought. But betrayal doesn't arrive loudly. It arrives through silence, through postponed conversations, through dinners I wasn't invited to, through her phone turned face down for the first time in 3 years. I noticed everything. The way her mother stopped asking about my work, the way her father spoke around me, the way my wife began saying, "they think," instead of "we think." One night, half asleep, I heard her whisper on the balcony. "It's almost done," she said. I lay still, counted my breathing, calculated angles. Almost done meant something was ending. I just didn't know yet that it was me. I didn't confront her. Men who confront too early surrender control. Instead, I observed. I pulled phone records under the guise of switching providers. I cross-referenced calendar invites she forgot to delete. I listened without listening. Her parents were restructuring the company, selling minority shares, looking for liquidity. The anonymous investor, me, had been quietly accumulating equity for 5 years, $10 billion worth. Her father spoke about that investor like a ghost. "He's dangerous," he once said at dinner. "Silent men always are." I almost laughed. Then I noticed something else. Legal drafts, prenups revisited, clauses about financial incompatibility. They weren't just removing me from the family, they were preparing her. She knew. That realization hurt more than the envelope ever could. The proof arrived on a Tuesday. An internal memo from her father's firm, leaked, unsigned, confident. It detailed the buyout strategy and my wife's role in it. She had agreed to frame the separation as mutual, amicable, necessary. In exchange, her inheritance would be accelerated. I waited until dinner, placed the printed memo beside her plate, didn't say a word. Her eyes scanned the page, her face collapsed inward. "I didn't think you'd find out," she whispered. I nodded. "That's usually how people betray," I said, quietly. She reached for me. I stood up. I finally opened the envelope, counted the cash slowly, then I slid it back. "You should keep this," I said. "You'll need it." Her father stiffened. Her mother looked confused. I took out my phone. One call, speaker on. Their CEO answered immediately. "Approve the vote," I said. My real voice, the one I never used at home. Silence at the table. I ended the call. Then I looked at her father. "You sold your dignity cheaply," I said. "I bought your company at a discount." I placed my business card on the table. No name, just a title. Majority shareholder. My wife started crying. I felt nothing. I left alone. The night air was clean, unapologetic. I didn't take revenge because I was angry. I took it because clarity deserves symmetry. They wanted me gone. Now I was everywhere. I never told my wife who I was because love that needs power to survive is already dead. And as I walked away, lighter than I had felt in years, I understood something simple and irreversible. They didn't lose me when I stood up. They lost me long before, when they thought I was small enough to discard.